Good to go, everyone. We are in Masechet Beitza on Daf Tes Zayin Amud Beis. So I think the Zayin Amud Beis. Yeah, Zayin just on the Daf. We learned till the two dots. We finished over there. Machriz Rabbi Yaakov. Machriz Rabbi Yaakov. It's like in the middle of David by Toshis the one Komas Malon on the same line in the Gemara. The two dots Machriz Rabbi Yaakov. Baridi. So we are speaking about on Friday about the Eruv Tavshilim. If you could do the Eruv Tavshilim, the Gemara finished up that Rav Ami and Ravasi they did the Eruv Tavshilim for all of the people of Tveria. That means not only for themselves. If you need das, you don't need das. The person does it. The person doesn't. You're doing it for, as we spoke on Friday. It says the Gemara. Machriz Rabbi Yaakov Baridi. Mi shelo hiniach Eruv Tavshilim yovoi veismo echal sheli. Come and rely on my Eruv. Ve'ad kamo. That means whatever distance a person can come, anyone in the world can come and rely now on the Eruv of Yaakov Baridi. Says the Gemara, from where it's going to help the Eruv. Says the Gemara, Amar Rav Nechumi bar Schari b'Shmei Abaye ad Tchum Shabbos. That means anyone who is in his city and around the city up to, as we know, Tchum Shabbos is Alpayim Amo, but beyond this Tchum Shabbos, the person doesn't have in his mind, right? As we said, you need a das. So it's not beda'atoi to be married for these people who live further than nothing. Talk to Gemara Maisa. How samye? Yeah, but because you have to have das. Now he has das, a person has das. How much das a person has by coming and doing it for Yenem? So that's what the Gemara assumes, that the person has das to come and to do it for Yenem only if he's living in the Tchum Shabbos. If he's living beyond the Tchum Shabbos, a person doesn't have in his mind to come and to do also for this person. Yeah, the same thing. We're going to come. We're going to say, yes, that's right. So let's see the Maisa. Look at the Gemara Maisa. We're going to see if like Atchila you could comment. Now we're going to see this Maisa, and then we're going to speak about what the Rebbeinu of Gefrekt. Says the Gemara, there was a blind person. He knew Mishnayos Baal Peh. He knew a lot of Mishnayos Baal Peh, and he would come and say the Mishnayos, repeat them in front of Mar Shmuel. One day, Shmuel sees that this blind person is upset. Why are you upset? I forgot to come to do Eruv Tavshilim. I didn't put down Eruv Tavshilim. So he tells them, no problem. I done Eruv Tavshilim, and I came and done Eruv Tavshilim. The Rov of the Nardoe, and I done the Eruv Tavshilim for everyone in the city. Leshono, the next year, the same thing. Yom Tov, Oschal, Erev Shabbos, and Shmuel noted that this blind person is upset. Why are you upset? I forgot again to put the Eruv Tavshilim. That means twice in a row you didn't remember to put the Eruv Tavshilim. You cannot now. You cannot rely on my Eruv Tavshilim because I don't put the Eruv Tavshilim for the people that came and they done it irresponsible. People that forgot once they could come and join my Eruv Tavshilim. That means the das of Shmuel was when he put the Eruv Tavshilim. The Rov when he put the only people that actually forgot. But someone was a Poishea. Lekula says they can be more. Lekula al Meshore. Everyone else is going to be mutter. But Ledidoch tells them Shmuel also. You're not allowed to come and put over there Eruv Tavshilim. This is a very interesting ma'aseh, and it's called we see from over here from the Gemara that we know. So actually, there's a chido in Nachal Kedumim in Pashas Nosoi. Very interesting chido in the Sefer Nachal Kedumim beings from Rabboni Ashkenaz. And Rabboni Ashkenaz being a chiddush. Two averes b'shoigeg are considered as a chet b'mezid, and he proves it from our Gemara because this Samir, the first year he was a shoigeg. Shmuel told him, okay. The second time he's a poishea. Because twice shoigeg is already amazing. What he speaks about over there, he speaks at the pasuk. He wants to be back in the pasuk in Pashas Nosek. The Gemara says over there, right? Ki yasu mikol chatois, right? Now chatois is lashon rabim. What means yasu mikol chatois? He says because twice, right? Twice is a shoigeg, but it's like mal, right? Ki yasu mikol chatois. Mal is amazing. If it's a chatos you're being on a shoigeg. Because a chatos is And then there's a interesting to go into it. It's very interesting because we do find Azar Hidayin, right? We know the places in the brachos in the Chavavim and the base the Chavavim Daleth. Actually, the Tosha says over there, if a person came and forgot to daven, so you did tashlumim. What if he forgot twice? That means a person forgot to daven shachris, so tashlumim. He could daven minche twice, once for shachris and once for minche. Yeah, in the beginning of Tfilas Shachar. What if a person forgot some minche? Ma'ariv. Could he daven now Ma'ariv 3 times? Why? So he says, this is amazing. It was amazing. Forgot twice. Twice a dose, right? Is where the thing, yeah. Okay. Okay, let's talk about the Shaila what Rabban had gefragt. So can you rely on the Rav? The Rav macht Eruv, right? The heavy place, can you rely on it? So the Gemara brings away the Ma'aser of Ahu Samye, right? That was the Masechet coming to Shmuel. He sees him upset. He tells him, Poisheya lekula al meshore ledidoch also because you're Poisheya. Pashtus in the Gemara we see that what? That what's a Poisheya? What's a Poisheya? That he didn't do for himself an Eruv, right? Right? What is a Poisheya? Someone who didn't do for himself an Eruv. The same like this Samya, the same like this person, because he didn't rely on the Rav, right? Feed them. Someone who actually doesn't do Eruv because he says, I am relying on the Rav. It's going to help or not? Yes. This Samye, what is it? Why he was upset the second year? He didn't rely on Shmuel, and that's why he's upset. If he would rely on Shmuel lekatchila, lichoyre will be mutter. Pashtus in the Gemara. Pashtus in the Gemara. But it's gerech because the Rosh comes and says lehedya. He says that what is going to be also to rely lekatchila on the Eruv of the Rav. And someone who relies on the Eruv of the Rav says the Rosh Poisheya doesn't help him the Eruv. As they schreibt the Beitza actually learned it in Rashi. Again, in Rashi, but we don't find it, but that's always the thing. Yeah, because there's the Shita Saran. That's the Shita Saran. The Ran says that lekatchila you could rely on the Rav. Lekatchila. Yeah. Now the Shaila is. No. Then there's the thing. The Shaila is if it got lost. What if it got lost? So the Beitza in Shulchan Aruch in Siman Tov Kuf Chav Zayin. He says that the person that done the Eruv, they got lost the Eruv in Yom Tov, it helps the Eruv of the Rav. Now, this person, lekatchila, he done the Eruv, he didn't rely on the Rav because he done it for himself. So when he done the Eruv, he relied on the Rav, and he didn't rely on the Rav. Lichoyre, he relied on the Rav only later on. How is going to help the Eruv in the middle of Yom Tov? No. Till now, I relied on my, because he did for himself an Eruv. So till now it was okay, and suddenly in the middle of Eruv, he switched. So the Fawzi will explain because there's an umdana. The umdana of the person is probably the person, if he would have known that you're going to lose the, so definitely he's going to come and rely on the Rav to come and to do it. Okay, but this is again Ian Dalton in the Tafkuf of Zion of the dealing of this Eruv Tafshilin about the Rav.
What happens if it gets lost twice? Is it? Sorry? If it gets lost twice, do we call him a Poisheya?
I don't know. Good question. A good question. I don't know. It gets lost again and then again. Noch a ball. Same one. Not in the same Yom Tov. It means 2 different Yom Tovim. One Yom Tov. Next day, Yom Tov again, I get lost. What's going to be the deal? You can't know why it's a Poisheya. It's not a Poisheya. He should have come in and look at it after better.
Maybe.
If it's in the same day davening, it's a Poisheya. The time span between one and another,
yeah, exactly.
Poisheya goes away.
Yeah, so you can do it. So the Gemara, Tanu Rabbanan. Yom Tov shechal yois be'erev Shabbos, ein me'arvin, lo ye'eru beitchumin, ve'lo ye'eru be'chatzeiros. That means Yom Tov shechal yois erev Shabbos. That means Yom Tov is on Friday. You can't do Eruv in that day. No Eruv beitchumin. That means if a person wants to walk beyond the 2,000 amos, what they give him Eruv beitchumin, he has to do Eruv beitchumin, right? He has to do Eruv beitchumin to put over there. As we learned in the Gemara in Eruvin, put over there Moshe Shtei Seudas and all of that, right? That means if you want to come at the heter to be metaltel from Rishus HaYochid to a chotzer, from the bais to the chotzer, right? Now that means in the olden days the chotzer was a chotzer HaMeshutefes. You had the chotzer, and the chotzer is called only if you have at least shnei batim to the chotzer. So you have 2 batim to the chotzer or more, even 3, 4, 5. You have a few batim that are mishtate for the chotzer. That means the chotzer is the chotzer HaMeshutefes. They want to carry from takeout from the house to the chotzer. The chotzer is also Rishus HaYochid. So from one Rishus HaYochid to a chotzer that's a Meshutefes, Rishus HaYochid, what's the din? You have to do over there Eruvei Chatzeiros. Can you do it on a Yom Tov? Says the Gemara, no. Tonu Rabbanon. Yom Tov shechal Yom Shabbos, ein me'arvin, lo Eruvei Tchumin, velo Eruvei Chatzeiros. Rabbi Omer, me'arvin in Yom Tov, you could do Eruvei Chatzeiros for Shabbos, אבל לא Eruvei Tchumin. What's the reason? מפני שעתו, what's the thing? Oisroi bedovro osoloi. Yeah, it's not thing to do with Eruv Tavshilin. 2 separate ones. Another Eruv Tchumin, another Eruv Chatzeiros. We can see later. Because also in Shah, there is a thing. Oh, and that's exactly the title. For sure, there's Tchumin in Yom Tov. Yes, Gerech. There is Tchumin in Yom Tov.
Yeah,
That's what the Gemara says. That's exactly the Gemara says. Let's see it. What Rebbe says over here? What's the reason? Why can't you do a Eruv Tchumin? That means that's why. You could ask in Yom Tov itself, you cannot come and do a Eruv Tchumin for tomorrow. You know why? Because in Yom Tov itself, right, you're not allowed to come and do Tchumin. So that's why it looks like a tikkun on Yom Tov. Because also in Yom Tov there's the Isser of Yetzir Chutz Tchum. That means the to be metaken Eruv Chatzeiros for tomorrow, even that now is Yom Tov, yet and now is a Friday, that's Yom Tov. You're allowed to come to do it in Yom Tov. Why? Because there's no Isser Yitzah in Yom Tov, Rishus HaYochid, the different Rishus HaYochid, or the Chotzer HaMeshutefes, right? So something that you're allowed to do today, it doesn't look like a tikkun that you're doing it for tomorrow.
What happens if you have an Eruv Tchumin for Yom Tov? Can he use the same one on Shabbos?
You just asked what we asked, and we're going to see. Okay, let's keep it for later. Itmar. Rav Omar, aloche ketanekame. That means you don't do Eruv in Yom Tov for Shabbos and not Eruv Chatzeiros and no Eruv Tchumin. Yeah, none of them. Shmuel Omar, aloche kerebi, that you could do Eruv Chatzeiros but not Eruv Tchumin. Iboyelu. Says the Gemara, haloche kerebi lekule. That what? You're me'arev Eruv Chatzeiros, or lechumre that you're not me'arev. Says the Gemara, Shita de lekule koma. I mean, what's a shaila? When Shmuel says haloche kerebi, Rebbe is doch lekule that you me'arev Eruv Chatzeiros. What Rebbe said lechumre that you're not me'arev Eruv Tchumin, Tanakama didn't disagree on him on that. Says the Gemara, no. The suffix was that because from the Sholach Rab Lozo, the Goylo, Rab Lozo sent from Eretz Yisrael to Babel. Loi keshatem shoyim beBabel. Rebbe mat lechachom oisem. Not don't learn it. But that word, like you learn in Babel, that word of Beitza, that Rebbe is mat lechachom oisem. Elo, how are you going to learn this Beitza? Rebbe oisem v'chachom matirim. Oh, pray the Gemara now. Once we learn it this way, Mai. Oh, Mai. That means azoi. What's the shaila? When Shmuel came and says the halacha is like Rebbe, what Shmuel meant? He meant that what? Because they come and first learn that in beginning in Babel that what? Rebbe is the makel and the halacha is like Rebbe lekule. Or maybe no. Shmuel and Misyaches to what? To what Rebbe, what Rab Lozer sent. And Rebbe answers, and what he passes like Shmuel like Rebbe is the whole way he passes. So we have now a suffix. What is exactly? Yeah? What's the suffix? Says the Gemara, Toshema, let's see it from the Braise. Now, Tachlife Baravdimi Ovad Uvde, he done a Maisa, Aloch and a Maisa, he did, Kavosei de Shmuel, what he done like Shmuel. Ve'omarav, Tchilas, Hoiroe, the Ai Tzuva Merabonon, that means the beginning of the Hoiroe, who's this Tzuva Merabonon we're talking about? Rav Tachlife, Lekil Kulet, that means that he passed like Shmuel, that passed like Rabbi, against me, because I passed and says Rav like Tanekame, and Rav Tachlife passed like Shmuel. Let's prove from over there. Let's prove it. Now, if we're proving from over here that Shmuel passed like Rebbe, it goes lekule. What means lekule? Again, let's a little bit of what's going on. And we do Eruv Chatzeiros in Yom Tov. I knew kilkule. Very good. That's what Rav Kamen says. That what Rav Tachlife came and said kilkule. Why? Because he was makel and the place that I was machmir. Elo iyamres. If you say that Shmuel passed like Rebbe lechumre, yeah, iyamres lechumre. That what? Like Rab Lozer sent. Like Rab Lozer said that Rebbe I Asa. Oy bazoi. When Rav Tachlife came and said Aloch and Lamais like Shmuel, Michael Kule. So what if Rav Tachlifa said like Shmuel? He was machmir, not to do Eruv from Yom Tov to Shabbos. So the that he didn't say lechuma, he said lekule. And for the Gemara no. Kevan de mekalkele bo rabim. That means in Shabbos when they don't do Eruv and there's a kilkul. Why? Because many are gonna come and be metaltel for reshus lereshus. Mekalkele rabim, right? Sheshoichachinu metaltelim below Eruv. As Dr. Rashi kevan de mekalkele bo rabim. Sheshoichachinu metaltelim below Eruv. And that's Hainu Daf Yudzayin Amud Aleph. Hainu kilkule. That is the kilkule. That he asked them the Eruv, but be'emes is mutar. So he was going them to be metaltel from Reshus HaYochid to different Reshus on Shabbos. Omar Rove, Omar Rav Chisde, Omar Rav Huna. Halacha keRebbi, v'le'eso. That means the halacha is like Rebbe and v'le'eso. That means my kavanah was to come to Asar. To come to Asar. Tonu Rabbanon. Yom Tov shechal liyos b'Shabbos. B'sham hayomim. Mispalel shmoine v'oimer shel Shabbos b'fnei atzmo shel Yom Tov b'fnei atzmo. That means as a person is davening now, and we talk about over here the mispalel is talking about shmona esrei. Yes, shmona esrei is not shmona esrei. The tfilas ha'amida, let's call it. Shmona esrei is really shmona esrei broches. Tfilas ha'amida. Yeah, let's call it tfilas ha'amida. So when a person is davening tfilas ha'amida, he says 8 broches. Why? He says the broch of Shabbos, broch of Yom Tov, and another 3 broches. That's right. What we have in the beginning, 3 broches. What we have in the end. That's kavua. That's always right. The 3 broches, first broches, the 3 last broches. We always have. Now in the middle, 2. That's what Bishamai say. Also Yom Tov and also Shabbos. Also Mekadosh Shabbos and also Yisrael V'Azmani. Ubeisile loimrim mispalel sheva. Oh, yeah, like we do. Right, because Israel, Shabbos ve'azmanim. Shabbos is Israel ve'azmanim. Yeah. Now, in the middle of the bracha, he's going to come and koilel both, also Shabbos, like we do. Matchil b'shel Shabbos. That means first he mentions Shabbos, as we do actually, but people don't know Yom Shabbos, right? And then he continues. Ve'es Yom Chag Ha, wherever the Chag is, right? As we can see that Kedushas Yom Tov, he says in the middle. U'mesayem b'shel Shabbos, and he finishes off also Mekadosh Shabbos. But when he comes and he does the chasim of the bracha, the end of the bracha, Baruch Hashem, he doesn't mention over there Yom Tov. Ve'oimer, Dushas HaYoim, that means he says, Vatiten lonu es Yoim Chag Ha, wherever the Chag is, he says it be'emtza, he says it in the middle. That's the sheet of Beisila. Rabbi Yoimer, Af Choysembo, that means that he goes the sheet as Beisila. You do actually 7 brachas, you don't do a bracha itself for the Yom Tov. You say Shabbos and Yom Tov together, so basically you do 7 brachas, 3 in the beginning, 3 in the end, and in the middle only just 1. Just when you come and you finish on the bracha, let's see the Rebbe inside. So the Rebbe, Av Choysembo, Mekadesh HaShabbos, Yisrael V'Azmanim. Why? So first, because HaShabbos, Yisrael V'Azmanim. Why? Because Shabbos, what came first? Says Rashi, Shekadmas Kedushas Yisrael L'Shel Shabbos. That means, sorry, that's the Rashi thing. Yeah, because the smaller Azoi, we can see later Rashi brings all the smaller, but the Pshat Azoi. Shabbos was first. Why? Because Shabbos is from when? Sheishem Bereshis. And that's why we mentioned first Shabbos. Israel is before the Zmanim. Why? The Kedushas Yisrael is Tolui B'ma? B'Zmanim. Right? The Kedushas Zmanim is Tolui B'Yisrael. Klal Yisrael, right? Because if Klal Yisrael was not being Miskadesh, we're not Koivea the Chodoshim. Who's going to be the Chodoshim? Right? We wouldn't call it the Ele Moyadei, right? The Moyad, what's called the Moyad is Davke and Bezdin. Who's Machlit? And that's why we first Mekadesh HaShabbos, Yisrael, Ve'azmanim. And that's what Rashi says. Shekodmos Kedushas Yisrael L'Shel Shabbos. Bishlom is Manim. Okay, that's the Gemara. Tane.
What? Why wouldn't we say Todeh? Why don't we say Todeh? Sorry? Why wouldn't we say Todeh?
Why? So we say what comes first. We say what comes first. And the Nusach HaBrocha and the Mitzvah, when you come to do a Mitzvah, you say Todeh. Over here, when you're coming to say the Nusach HaBrocha, you're coming to say what came first. And that's why we say first Shabbos, then Yisrael V'Azmanim. Frag di Gemara, Tane Kamei de Ravine, Mekadesh Yisrael ve'Shabbos V'Azmanim. Why? Omar Lei, Otu Shabbos Yisrael Mekadshele. Shabbos, who's Mekadesh? No, but Shabbos Mekadesh Kaimet, so Shesh Bereshis. Elohim Mekadesh HaShabbos Yisrael V'Azmanim. Right? Because Klal Yisrael is not Mekadesh Shabbos. Who decides when it's Shabbos? It's Kavua. Doesn't matter. It doesn't depend if Klal Yisrael or Davke, the Moyadim. Davke, when you talk about Yom Tov, then Klal Yisrael, yeah, the Bezdin, they decide. Omar Rav Yosef, Aloche Kerebi, okay, Teritz Ravine. That's what, as we said, you do, that's our Nusach, Mekadosh Yisrael, that's man. Shabbos Yisrael, that's what? Shabbos came first, and then there's money, yeah. So it's very good. It's, yeah. Yeah, what we say is no problem with that. That's why, yeah. It's not other thing, yeah. It's actually also Todir and also this and also Alice, yeah. Shabbos, so that's money, yeah. And against Chachamim. And not like who? No, Rebbe speaks Beshitas Beisilel. So no one saying. Before. In what? In Israel, no? Ve'Israel, Be'azmanim. We say Ve'Israel, Be'Israel. No, because Shmuel and Rebbe, they're already a rabbi. Once you have a Amoyer that supports it, you come and say thing. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, that's what she says. That's what she says. Because Mikdim Kiddush Yisrael is money, Mishum Yisrael Hey Mekatchu is money. Yeah. So maybe it depends the Gemara and Chulin. Okay, let's answer this very quickly. I'm gonna just answer it quickly. I don't want so much to go into it. The Gemara and Chulin Daf Kuf Aleph Amud Beis. The Gemara is about that what 1 year was a Shas Shmad, and Chachamim came and said that they shouldn't do Yom Kippur. They shouldn't do Yom Kippur, right? It's like the Gemara dot in Chulin. Says the Ritva, right? That bring the Ritva there Shaila of Toisus. How can you be about Yom Kippur b'Shas HaGzeira? Shas HaGzeira afilu al rakte de Mesane Yorek v'al Yavro. Also ich frage the Ritva over there. B'Shem Toisus. And what is Shas Shmad dog the Gemara? The Mevatel Yom Kippur. Now we're Yom Sheben Time. We're still in Yom Kippur, yeah. Yom Sheben Time. That means that it's called the 4 days. Rishon LeCheshbon Avonis is the first day of Sukkot. So how can you say? How do you find the Ritva? B'Shem Toisus. Harakte de Mesane, right? That means to change the shoelaces. And you come and say you have to be Moiso Nefesh or after Yom Kippur, Shachashmad. Says the Toisus. It says the report. What's the teretz of that? He says, what was the Gzeira? The Gzeira was that Umo Yisraelim were going to the Bezdin should be Mekadesh. And Meile, if Bezdin was not Mekadesh, says the report, Ein Kan Yoim HaKippurim. So that Moirdik Chidush over in the report. That what? That if Bezdin was not Mekadesh the Chodesh Tishrei, so nicht talking Dushas Chodesh Tishrei. This is nicht talking Yom Kippur, nicht talking gar nicht. No? Gar nicht.
Also Sukkot not. Also Sukkot not.
Yeah, gar nicht, yeah. Huh? And you can have regular Chodesh. Lucky day. That's what he's worried about. Yeah. So this is Beikar, like what we learned in our Sugya, yeah? Like what we learned in our Sugya. That one, not only Kiddush HaChodesh depends on Bezdin, what? Kedushas HaMoyadois. It's not the Chodesh, the Moyadois, if you're not Mekadosh the Chodesh, it's not, the Moyadois will not be King Kodesh. It's a big Kiddush in the Ritva, but Stam is, se kommt da rein over in the Gemara, the Ritva, so we mentioned it, we spoke about the thing, yeah. Okay, so what? It's Chodesh Elul was 60 days. So this is a big shaila because there's a Rama in Sanhedrin that you'd be based about this. Lechoyot Miskadesh automatically and the thing days. Okay, so yeah, Meilov, you know, Meilov, yes, okay, yeah. Okay, but as I like the Ritva over there. Let's see the Gemara weiter. Look the Gemara. What about Tonu Rabbanon? Shabbos shechal yois b'Rosh Chodesh or b'Chodesh Shel Moed. Shabbos Chol HaMoed. Shabbos Rosh Chodesh. No, we add over there a Ya'aleh v'Yovoi. So it says the Gemara, Arvis v'Shachris u'Mincha mispalel Sheva, like every other Shabbos. V'Oimer me'ein ha'moira. What's me'ein ha'moira? Ya'aleh v'Yovoi. Wait, he says the Ya'aleh v'Yovoi. Ba'avoido. Avoido is called Ratzei. Ve'im lo yomar. Person forgot to say Ya'aleh v'Yovoi in Shabbos Chol HaMoed or Shabbos Rosh Chodesh. Lo Yomar, yeah, every Shabbos Chol HaMoed, or every Shabbos thing. Ve'im lo Yomar, Machzirin Oisoi. He has to come and to repeat the davening. Rablozo Oimer, he says, where did he say Yale ve'Yavoy? He says Yale ve'Yavoy, be'hoi doe. That means, what means boi doe? Alanisim, when we say Alanisim, that means, right? The same place that we say Alanisim in Moedim. And benching, also the same thing. Ube Musafin. Matril, that means in the Musaf. Matril, everyone agrees that what Matril starts the broche Beshel Shabbos. Umesayim Beshel Shabbos. Voimer, Dushas Hayoim, Beimza. Dushas Hayoim means of Rosh Chodesh or Chol HaMoed Beimza, the middle of the broche. Rab Shimon Gamliel, Rabbi Shmuel Benoy Rabbi Yochanan and Boy Goimrim, Kol Mokoim. Sheuzkak l'Sheva. That means you need 7 broches, not 8 broches, and not 18 broches, right? Like Shabbos and Rosh Chodesh or Chal, or Chol HaMoed or Chal and Shabbos, like every Yom Tov Shechal b'Shabbos, yeah, lefi Beis Hillel, and therefore matril you start the block in the middle block. Yeah, the 3 blocks are always the same thing. The 3 first, the 3 last. We're talking about the middle one. Matril b'Shel Shabbos, umesayim b'Shel Shabbos, ve'oimer Kedushas Hayoim be'emtza. The Gemara or Maravune ein halacha ke'oisei azug. That means not like Rabbi Shimon ben Gamliel and Rabbi Ishmael. We don't pass like Rabbi Ishmael and Rabbi Shimon ben Gamliel. Not like this. Because what they say over there, Rabbi Shimon Gamliel and Rabbi Shmuel, what they say, Kol Mokom Sheuzkak LeSheva. So he starts Shabbos and Mesayim Shabbos. He says in Kedushas Be'emtza. They say only in Musaf we say it, right? Lefita Nekame. Right? He says Mein Amoy or Be'avoide. He don't say it Be'emtza. We pass like we pass like Tanekame. That means let's speak out. Tanekame come and say when you say it Be'avoide, not Be'emtza. Lefi Rabbi Shimon Gamliel and No, regular. Yeah. Oh, let's talk about what Tzvi asked. Tzvi asked the question, what is if he didn't say Ya'aleh v'Yavoy in Mayri? So the Gemara comes and says over here, right? Oh, Shabbos, Shechal is Chodesh, or Bechol Shel Moed. 1 second, let's be medak the words of the Mishnah of the Gemara. Let's go back a second. Let's go back. Tanu Rabbanon. Shabbos Shechal Yois Chodesh Bechol Shel Moed. Read a second. Arvis. Oh, like the Aguda Shaila. Steht Arvis. You're all saying Arvis nicht, but let's look at the Gemara noch einmal. We're just reading the Gemara. We leave the Gemara. Okay, I understand that we have to catch up. But let's read the words. Okay. Aber steht Arvis. Und das ist doch mit Shabbos Chol HaMoed. And also Shabbos Rosh Chodesh. Not only Shabbos Chol HaMoed, it's both. Shabbos, let's read again. Tonu Rabbanon. Shabbos Shechal Liyos Berosh Chodesh. Oy Berosh Shel Moed. Arvis. Let's focus. Arvis, the Shachis Uminche, Yispal Sheva. Ve'oy Mer Mein HaMoiro Be'avoida. Ve'lo Yomar. Machzir no Yisrael. So the Shittim Gubetzes says that what we come and we tell him, you have to daven again. Machzir no Yisrael. It's not going on Arvis of Rosh Chodesh, only of Arvis of Chol HaMoed. Because Rosh Chodesh, if you didn't say Ya'aleh v'Yavoy in Arvis, and Mayrim, we know the din is Ein Machzir in Oisai, before the Gemara, as you all saying over here, the Gemara in Boch is the Flamid on the base, Mishum, She'ein, as the Gemara says, Ein Mekachis HaChodesh Balaylo. If not the Shittim Kubetz is what we would say, that it's also going on Rosh Chodesh. Why? Because there's a Toisus and Bochas. Toisus and Bochas of there is done, what in Rosh Chodesh, why we say in Rosh Chodesh that we don't Ein Machzir in Oisai. That means only in the Chodesh Chosan. What about in the Chodesh Mole? That means Rosh Chodesh is when Lamed Aleph, let's call it, yeah? Right? Also in Lamed and also in Aleph. So then in Mayrim, we actually Machzir in Oisai or nicht. The Tosis says over there that also in Mayrim Machzir in Oisai. What's the reason? The Tosis doesn't say, but the Tosis Rosh over there brings that the reason is because Mirnem that what? Right? That what? That what we need, the Kiddush HaChodesh is Davke Bizmanoi, right? Shaloi Bizmanoi, that means, as you said before, in the Yoim Lamed Aleph, right? You don't need the Bezdin. Shekvar, as the Gemara says, Rosh Hashanah, Rosh Hashanah after Beitza, Shekvar Kitchu Shomayim. If they didn't come that day, Shekvar Kitchu Shomayim, it automatically becomes Kodesh. Yeah, the Gemara in Sanhedrin Daf Yud, yeah. So what's mashma? That Bezdin Shel Malo is Mekadesh it, right? When they Mekadesh it? The night, Lei Lamed Aleph, right? Lamed 2 Aleph, I mean, what we call Lei Lamed Aleph. So what depends on Bezdin? Davke Kiddush that depends on Bezdin Shel Mato. This Mekadesh Balaylo. Ober first the Lechoyre Kumto is Chodesh that the wedding is from Leil Aleph, yeah, the 2 days, and that's why also Meir we're gonna have to come into Bimachzerim. As I said, Lefi them, we could come and say that the price of it is talking about that he forgot where he forgot, and the Chodesh that this was in the second day, and Mimele in that case also in Meir we're gonna come and say Machzerim Oisei. The Maise Ledine, again, I will talk about not Ledine. Ledine, we come and say that word that also the Iber Chodesh, yeah, Chodesh Meuber, Ein Machzir Noisoi, Nazay Al Toises over there. The reason is because famous also Meach and Ilchos Tfile Per Yud Aleph, the Kiddush and Sanhedrin, because Bezdin Shel Malo is Mekachim also by day. Not like Rashi and the Ran, but yeah. Just a very interesting about Akiva Eiger, what is Noigeat over here, very famous of Akiva Eiger. Akiva Eiger and Simen Kuf Yudaled come and say a Chiddush. Someone who didn't say Mashiv Ruach, Moed HaGeshem, yeah, talking about Bimoy Shomim. So he has to repeat, right? Machzirin Oisoi says the Akiva Eiger, Ober Leil Shabbos Einoi Choizer. You never heard of Akiva? Okay, nicht das bewusst. I thought it's bewusst. No, nicht das bewusst of Akiva. Akiva says that if you don't know, it's nicht bewusst. Of Akiva. Oh, Zayda. Oh, so then you have to mention it. He's Mechadish, and then someone who didn't mention Mashiv Ruach b'Moy Shomim. So Machzirin Oisoi. Zogt Leil Shabbos, we're not Machzirin Oisoi. Ain't Machzirin Oisoi. Why? The reason is he brings the Fida Mogen Avrom. Mogen Avrom says in the Simen Reis Samaches, Zogt the Mogen Avrom Azay, that Yochid is Mispalel Leil Shabbos Me'ein Sheva B'di'evet. That means if someone came Leil Shabbos or Yochid and he came and davened the Me'ein Sheva. Says Mogen Avois Bidvoroi V'chayev Yisim Amor. Kitzer, he davens Mein Sheva, the Brocha Mein Sheva, right? We repeat also Mein Sheva. If he says just Mein Sheva like the Shliach Tzimur, says the Mogen Avrom is Yoitze like the Shliach Tzimur. So he made it. Berkas Mein Sheva, we mentioned over there Mashiv Ruach. No, he's not mentioning Mashiv Ruach. Ve'af al piken Yoitze. Oibazoi, when a person came and daven, right? He davened the Seder Tefillah Koroi. And properly, I mean, not Mein Sheva. And just what? He didn't mention over there, Mashiv Ruach Moed HaGeshem. Says the Akiva Eiger, Lo Yigora for Mein Sheva. Huh? No.
Still a big Chiddush.
The big Chiddush. Again, he doesn't pass it Ladina. He says, Tzorchim Ladina. As I like that. He says, Lo Yigora.
Can I just check? Is whoever saying that if a Yochid is davening, he doesn't daven the small esrei, he's out the whole small esrei, he just does the bloch Mein Sheva, and then the it works.
That's not Rabbi Akiva. That's a Mefurashe Mogen Avrom. Mogen Avrom is Simen Reis Samaches, Sivkot and Tezvov. Mogen Avrom sagt das Mefurash le'alocha. A Yochid who yispalel Mein Sheva b'di'evet yoso. Like the Shliach Tzibur.
In place of the small esrei, instead of the small esrei.
Yes, instead of the small esrei. Time Rabbi Akiva Eiger, Mein Sheva, you don't say Mashiv Ruach. So what he davened over here, the Seder Atfile, but he didn't say Geshem, Lo Yigor Mein Sheva. The Bir Halacha brings it down. The Bir Halacha over there brings it down.
מטבע שטוב וחכום, Tommy always we usually find. מטבע שטוב וחכום, the Tov, das ist ja, das ist nicht. If you say the your usual, my Vanessa.
Yeah, you're right. But Vukum does I know in our sugya. So in I think the Malsham Zoktos, a very nice cheshbon. So the Fidas of Akiva Eiger, he says, very good. Let's go to our Gemara. Our Gemara says, Arvis, right? Shachris, right? We said Arvis, Shachris u'minche. What we explained, Shittim Kubetza says, the Arvis is not talking about Cholam. Sorry, Shabbos Rosh Chodesh, because Shabbos Rosh Chodesh, actually Arvis, you're not Chodesh. It's talking about Shabbos Cholam Moed. Yeah, and the Rashi Shabbos. That is Shittim Kubetza. Sagt the Daftoy Bazoi, the Peter Akiva Eiger. So if someone came and didn't come and say Shabbos, he didn't say Ya'aleh v'Yavoy, Elei Shabbos Chol HaMoed. He's also not going to go back. Why? The same cheshbon. The same cheshbon of Akiva Eiger. Lo Yigora Mein Sheva. Main Sheva, we don't say over there Yale v'Yavoy. But again, that doesn't fit with our Gemara. Yeah. No, so I'm saying that doesn't. Our Gemara is the Chashayla of them. Our Gemara is the Chashayla. Because the Fiddush is the Gemara. Our Gemara is Zeil Shver. Well, the Gemara breaks over here the word Alvis is Zeil Shver. So we said, okay, it doesn't go on Rosh Chodesh, it goes on a Chalamoyed. And the Fiddush is Chidush. Also a Chalamoyed nish, because if a person didn't say it, the Lo Yigol on Main Sheva. And Main Sheva you also don't say. Okay, something.
When do you say Chalamoyed?
Shabbos Cholamoyed, you say Main Sheva, right? And in Main Sheva, you're not mentioning Yale v'Yavoy. Now, the Fida Cheshma Akiveger, when someone forgets something that you don't say in the Main Sheva, you don't have to repeat. And that's why if someone forgets, even B'derech you do repeat Mashiv Ruach b'Moish Shomim. You don't repeat it because Lo Yigora from Main Sheva that you're not mentioning Mashiv Ruach. If someone did not say Yale v'Yavoy in Lein Cholamoyed, in Ma'ariv, Lein Shabbos Cholamoyed, it's okay because Lo Yigora in Main Sheva. Okay, something to think about. Let's continue the Gemara. Okay, let's go back. The Gemara goes back.
And Sheva only for Shabbos, not for Yom Tov, Bemerson.
I said it, but you don't say the thing.
And it's hard to show Yom Tov.
Yeah, no, but it's Yoitze. Then Morgan Avon doesn't say it's not Yoitze and thing. He's not Yoitze the Tefillah.
I want to talk about Shabbos. Shabbos and the man Shabbos is Shabbos. Yom Tov, the man Shabbos is negate Shabbos.
Tonu Rabbanon. Let's go back. Tonu Rabbanon. Shabbos Echal Liyod Rosh Chodesh Oy B'Chodesh Shemoyed. No one's talking about Yom Tov. We talking about Shabbos.
B'Chodesh Shemoyed, okay. But the man Shabbos is not going to do with Chodesh Shemoyed. It's going to do with the Shabbos to Chodesh.
Exactly, but the Morgan of Lom said that if someone says Main Sheva, he's Yoitze. But the Evan. Okay. The Gemara now is going back to the din. Someone who forgot to put down Eruv Tchumin or Eruv Tavshilin before 2 days of Yom Tovim. Now we're going into the din of Shnei Yom Tovim Shel Golios. Now this Shnei Yom Tovim Shel Golios was Chal when? Thursday, Friday. So we have now 3 days. We have 3 days because we have Thursday, Friday, then we have a Shabbos. Now, one of these days of Friday or Thursday is Choil. Right? You say, just what? We are Noek Dusha. Both of them Misofek. Or Be'emes, both of them are not Kodesh. That means one of them is a Sofek if it's Kodesh. Okay, let's start the Gemara. Look at the Gemara. Omar Rav Chie Bar Ashi Omar Rav. Meiniach Odom Eruvei Tchumin Miyom Tov Lechaveroi Umasne. That means a person comes and he puts down a Eruvei Tchumin when he has over there 2 days of Yom Tov, and he says, "But tonight, what does it tonight?" He says, "If the day is Yom Tov, so go nicht. If tomorrow is Yom Tov, so my Eruv should be a Eruv." Now, tomorrow night is Shabbos, right? Right? Tomorrow night is Shabbos. So he comes now Erev Shabbos again, and he does the same thing again. So let's think about it. A person is 3 days now coming. Thursday, Friday, Shabbos. You could do over there Eruv Tchumin from Yom Tov to Shabbos. Let's say, the Fidem and you can. He comes Thursday on the first day Yom Tov, and he says, if the day is Yom Tov, ich habe gar nicht gesagt. If tomorrow is Yom Tov, I'm now doing a Eruv Tchumin for Yom Tov and Shabbos. The next day, that means Friday, Erev Shabbos, he comes again. If the day is Yom Tov, ich habe gar nicht gesagt. And yesterday, was Toifas Eruv. And if the day is actually a weekday, so today I'm doing a Eruv for tomorrow that I could go Alpaim Amo from the place I'm on Shabbos. Okay, then what was Suffolk? It's Suffolk. Not Minagavi saying the other. Omarove. Meiniach Odom Eruv Tavshili Miyom Tov Lechaver Yom Master. That means the first day, right, to the second day. And he does. If the day is Yom Tov, Chagonish Gizok. And if tomorrow is Yom Tov, so the Eruv should be Eruv. And tomorrow I don't have to do anything, right? Because he's doing over there Eruv Tavshilin. Because Thursday, Friday is Yom Tov. And he comes Thursday and he says, if the day is Yom Tov, go. If tomorrow is Yom Tov, I'm doing today the Eruv Tavshilin. Man de Omar, that means Eruvei Tchumin, Kol Shekein Eruvei Tavshilin. That means Lefi Rav Chie Bar Ashi, who said B'Shem Rav, that the person could come and put the Eruvei Tchumin in Yom Tov, right? In the first day of Yom Tov, that means on a Thursday. and to do it tonight, that he's going to be koine shvisa. So Kol Shkein that he can come and put the Yeruvei Tavshilin, and over there is no kinyan shvisa. It's how we call it, as we said on Friday when we were learning, we said it's a siman heker. It's a siman, right? Siman heker. It's not the thing. So for sure, if you come and be koine Yeruvei Tchumin, that's he's koine shvisa, right? As we said in the Gemara on Eru, he's koine shvisa for sure. Uman de'omar, that means this is Rove. Yeruvei Tavshilin, aval Yeruvei Tchumin loy. That the person shouldn't put down Yeruvei Tchumin when on my time. Why? Because over there is a kinyan shvisa in Yom Tov, right? Yom Tov over here we saw Yom Tov is also called Shabbos. Over here, one of the places, right? That Shabbos is really called the Yom Tov. Is called the Shabbos. That means we're talking about Shnei Yom Tov Golios. You can't cook from one Yom Tov to the next Yom Tov. Be'emesomu. Whenever it says Be'emesomu, as we know Rashi says, Be'emesomu, it means Ke'ilu Tzalach Olamosh B'Sinai. That is ongenommen, yeah? Mamish ongenommen. No one disagrees with it. Be'emesomu. Memale isho kol agdei oboso. Afal pi she'eino tzricho elo lechaticha achas. And the same thing. Memale nachto im chovi shel mayim. Afal pi she'eino tzorich elo lekito inechod. Why? Because everything is one tirche. Avolefois, when you have to come and to bake and to take care of each separate bread itself, eino oife elo ma she'tzorich loy. Rab Shimon ben Elazar, memale isha kol atanu pas. She could come and fill up the whole oven full of bread, even that she doesn't need only one bread, one chale. That means the heat is better or spreads better, right? You don't lose the heat when everything. Yeah. Says the Gemara, Omarove haloche Rab Shimon ben Elazar. Now, this is a huge sugya. A huge sugya, what's called ribui b'shiurim. Or maybe we can keep it for later because this is really a big sugya, ribui b'shiurim, and this is many halachas come out from this thing. And as Rashi says also, right? Let's see the Rashi. Rashi says the Mimela Isha. So why? So Rashi brings a small because the bechat tirche, right? And Rashi in the middle of Rashi says Rashi the bechat tirche sage. Yeah. Same thing also legabi the milui by Yanachtim, says Rashi the same thing. We're just going to mention it's a big sugya. Kidai to go into it, but let's speak about just as a aloche for Moshe Feinstein. Moshe Feinstein Chuvas Igros Moshe Rachaim Chelik Beis Simen Kuf Gimel. He says that the same thing like we see over here, that they're allowed to count to be memale kdei roboso, right? You're allowed to put an even that you need one piece of meat. You can onfill na ganze zach. Or you could come and fill up a whole barrel of water, even though you need only to sprinkle a little bit on one chale. Why? Because everything, as Rashi says, the bechat tirche sage, it's one tirche. So you're allowed to fill up the whole thing, right? So you're allowed to. So he comes and brings over here very interesting things. Interesting thing. You're allowed to take out in Yom Tov, Reshus Harabim. You're not allowed to carry Shaloi Letzorich in Yom Tov. You're allowed to take out a bottle of wine, a full bottle of wine. You're going to eat by someone. You bring him a bottle of wine. You know that you're going to have only one cup. You're not drinking wine. You can drink only one. You need only half a bottle. It should be also. It should be also. You're not allowed to carry Shaloi Letzorich on Yom Tov. So if you're carrying a bottle of wine, you need only half of the bottle. If you should carry, says Moshe Feinstein brings the right from Gemara over here. That what it's going to be the same thing. He says also it brings over there legabe a person that smokes on Yom Tov. So he brings about if he could come and carry the box of cigarettes, even that he's going to smoke only half of the box. Yeah. So there is actually he brings that if a person actually has a bottle of wine that's half already, and he wants to fill it up in his house, to fill up the other half, and because he's going to need only half, he says that no, nothing nicht. Because that's what you're going to think. Okay. Yeah, that's the Ribu B'Shiurim. That's the Ribu B'Shiurim. Okay, we can see Ribu B'Shiurim is a very big sugya. Okay. So the Gemara back.
Mention here the case of Halil, but why didn't anybody say the case of Halil Rabba here? If you want to make more, you can make more. Halil did and Elton, but the answer could be if it, which is what you said on Friday, if it is Bain Hash Shmosses maybe, which is the problem with Halil. But otherwise, we could say Halil, couldn't we?
Oh, so this is very differently. I'm going to be misachas that this maybe after the shir. We're going to bring the shittas. There's two main shittas rishonim, the Toises and Menoches, and Toises and Gitin. I'm just going to give you the Maramokim. The Toises and Menoches daf Samach Daled, and Toises and Gitin daf Chesam base. And there's the shittas Saran and our Suge. That's the two main shittas in the rishonim. And lefi them, everything works out. So I and Sham, maybe after the shir we're going to go into it a little bit. Aber let's keep it now. Continue. So the Gemara weiter. Iboilu. Mi sheloi heiniach ehu mitavshilin. Do we say hunesa and also viki hunesa? It means he's not allowed to cook lechovet Shabbos, and also is kemach or anything is bosel, is kemach, and it is food also. Or idilme, he, right? Who nesa? That means the person himself, he's not allowed to cook. But the food that he has at home, that's allowed to be cooked. Lemainav kimine, says the Gemara. Go to your neighbor. You tell your neighbor, you don't. No. Take my flour, take my things, and bake for me lechovet Shabbos. Bake for me, do for me. That they could come and cook for him. But what's the halacha in this case? So let's learn that from Beitza. State over there in the Beitza, shouldn't bake, shouldn't come and cook. Atmon means something that's moisif hevel. It means remember that we go in Shabbos. It means something that's also it's a form of cooking. Loi, not for himself. Loi. Veloi lachim, not for others. Veloi achim, oivin uvashim loi. Not others could come and cook for him. Continue the Beitza. Let's continue the Beitza. Keitzad voise makne kim choyle achirim. He has to come and to give it over to other people. His food, his products. They could do it for him. Atkan is the Beitza. What do you see from the Beitza? Shmamino. He cannot cook by other people's products, and also his own products he can't cook for sure. Also, other people cannot cook from his products. Only if he's makne to them, that means he has to give it to them. To give it to them, and then they could come and cook it. Maybe. From a Yom Tov, gerecht is also, you can see it later how you do it. Huh? Oh, so exactly. So that's a good question. How could you come and be makne on Yom Tov? We can see later on that it's because of Mekachumemka, right? Mekachumemka, you shouldn't come and be makne on Shabbos. So let's okay. Look at the Gemara. To I boile u. Wait the more boile. The end of the Omer. I boile. Over ve'ofo. So again, we're talking about the same case. Yeah, someone who did not put down a ruvit tafshilin, and over ve'ofo mai. No, it's Masechet Shabbos. What is it? Can you eat it on Shabbos or not? Can you eat it on Shabbos? Masechet Yom Tov. What's he does? Toshema. Mishaloi einiach a ruvit tafshilin. Person did not put a ruvit tafshilin. Keitzad voise. Makne kim choyle achirim. Makne kim choyle achirim. He takes his flour, he takes his products, yeah, and he gives it to other people. He's makne to them, a Kenyan. Ve'achirim oifi loy umevashli loy. Achizan at base. Atkan is divra Beitza. Right, so what we learned to the Beitza, achirim oifi loy umevashli loy, but he has to come and be makne. Now, he said, and if you're telling me that someone actually he was over ve'ofer. Yeah, it's muter. Liste over ve'ofer muter. If you tell him that over ve'ofer, you're allowed to come and eat it. So the Beitza should tell me even a bigger over ve'ofer muter, because the Tanakh has to teach us what should you do, right? That you can come and eat. And for the Gemara, Omar Avade Bar Masne, Chane takante de teire iktane. He doesn't want to bring us over here, okay, over also. He wants to come and give us a person who forgot, come and put down. What should you do? You don't come and tell him, okay, do a b'diavad, and no, do a lekatchile for the if you forgot, do a tikkun over header and not a tikkun over iso. A tikkun over header is someone else should come and cook it for you when you're makne for them.
Sorry, I don't understand something. If his flour we're saying is also for him, and his flour is also for other people to take from him and use, how can it be makne something which is also to begin with? It doesn't make sense to me. It's also the flour is also what's
Doesn't make sense.
Sorry?
Doesn't make sense. Why not?
No, because the flour is also. No, we're saying the flour is also. So what does it help if he's makne the flour to someone else? The other people, without getting permission from him, can't use his flour. He can't use his flour also. And now it suddenly becomes heter. We're saying because he can be makne something which is also, and it turns into heter. I don't understand. I don't understand.
The flour is not also. The flour is not also.
It's
also
annoying.
It's not also.
It cannot be makne.
It's not treifedig as not treifedig as flour.
Yeah.
But it's muksa. It's like it's muksa. It's sort of something like muksa.
No.
It's awesome.
Rebelli is saying a good example. You could give truma to a kohen, right? We had the machlokes before, and if you gave it to Erev Shabbos, right, you can't do maknes. But if you basically that's what it you could moilich the king le kohen, right, on Yom Tov.
Yeah.
You could give it to truma to the kohen or not.
Yes, because Truma the Kohen can eat it. He's allowed to eat it, so that's why you give it to him. It's mutter for him. It's okay for him. It's an item which is not. I don't know what the word is, muksa, osa, whatever you want to call it. It's for him. It's okay. But we're saying here the flour for the person who owns it is not okay. The flour for someone to go and use his flour is not okay. And suddenly, because he's makne it to someone else, it suddenly turns into okay.
I thought
That's to do with the flour. It's not the etzem flour.
I thought Tosfos was asking Stevie's kasha.
It's not Toises, but there's Rishonim, they come and say a little bit different. That we have Tchumin. Let's talk about Tchumin. Yeah, Tchumin, that the Be'im and the Kelim is Keragle Abaylim.
Yeah.
Right? Now, even though it was makne the Kli through Shabbos, the Tchum doesn't. Right? Okay, you know what? Let's look like that's gonna fanfare as many Rishonim come and say, including Toises, like the gills of the Bahag. That if it's hu nesal ve'en kimchoy nesal, so then he has to be makne kimchoy lacherim. But if kimchoy nesal, so then he cannot be makne kimchoy lacherim. So those are gills in the Bahag.
That's what I was asking.
But without the gears, I don't know.
The Bahag says, yeah.
It's not kimchones alloy. It's not nothing to do with the flour itself.
This also brings the Bahag. All the Rishonim bring the Bahag. Sorry, I couldn't hear you a bit.
No, I say it's a big chiddush because it's not a kemach. If somebody hasn't done it, cannot make for the other day. He can take kemach from wherever he wants. It's not a kemach. It's nesa. That's some kemach. Nesa loy. He cannot do it, but not the issue on his kemach to be done for the next day. Why? Why is it applicable?
There is two parts of it. There's two. Lefi Rashi, there's two parts of it. There's a part that if it's kimchoy nesal, then he has to be makne lacherim. But if it's hu nesal ve'en kimchoy nesal, so then he doesn't have to be makne lacherim. And there's two questions of it. First of all, as Stevie asked, if is hu nesal ve'kimchoy nesal, how could it be makne lacherim? And that the Rishonim have a few questions. Toises, Toises also thing. I understood a little bit different. Toises and Masechet brings us in the bag, like all the Rishonim bring the bag. But then as reflect this later, about they learn like the bag has a different gear set that unesal ve'enkim choinesal, then he has to be magnet. But the second shaila is on Rashi is also the other part. What enkim choinesal, so he doesn't have to be magnet lacherim. Why not? Something that's also for him to do. How could other people do it for him? Without to be magnet.
Not for him, they do it for themselves and they give it to him matona.
They're doing it for him. He's not magnet for them. For him, it's not magnet for them.
The rate of shame makes you allowed to do it. The halacha finished. It's allowed. You're doing it better. You can do whatever you like. The man who does it can do whatever he likes. It's no issue by him. There's no limit or issue to do anything. So what's the problem?
Come and do. Okay, that's it's only a Ruvit Avshilin. We said we spoke Friday. Ruvit Avshilin is only to say that you started to cook with the Erev Shabbos.
But what said before, the Unesa, Kimcho Nesa, as long as it's his. As soon as it's not his, it stops, the issue drops straight away. The Nesa because it's him. If he's Maknet, the issue drops straight away. It's not an issue that becomes straight. If it's mine, not allowed. If I give mine, it's not allowed.
Not the way Tosfos puts it, the Yitzchak. I thought the problem with the Bahag, I had a kasha on the Bahag. The Bahag, what's the Bahag? If it's a case of who Nesal, but ain't Kimcha Nesal,
then he has to be makne.
What's the point? What's the point of being makne? It doesn't need to be makne.
Right.
No, because this shaila, as we said, what we said, that the Lemaise, how could he cook now this shaila what we just asked? Not like a big spot.
It doesn't have to be makne. Well, if ain't Kimcha Nesal, just ask somebody else to cook for him. Yeah. Thank you very much. Very nice. Get my neighbor to cook.
How could you cook for me something that's for me as also?
Who Nesa ve'ein kimcho Nesa? I can't do anything. But my kemach is perfectly good.
How could you do it for me? That's what they have to be makne. That's what the Bahag says. That's what you have to be makne because it's that's a svara, yeah. Okay, you heard. It's not in the Karakan, it's the Svara. Yeah. I see. You can come and say, what's going to be the deen if someone did not do Eruv? You come cook for someone who done Eruv. Now, I'm just thinking, I shouldn't think too much now because we're running late, but what's going to be the deen azoi? Someone who did not do Eruv, can he come and cook for someone who done Eruv? Mitzvah Svara, for sure not. Because I didn't do Eruv. And we can see this Svara, we can see it on the base of it. We can see the Svara in the Polish. But there is a tool. For Yenim. I'm a chef, I'm coming to cook for him. I didn't do Eruv Tafshilim. Can I cook for Yenim? So the tool is Simetov Kuf Chav Zayin, he says, Min Adin, says the tool, Mutor. Lemi Shalo Yoso Eruv, to be Mevash, I don't remember the last of the tool, to be Mevashel for someone who done Eruv. Just what? It's also Mishum Marisai because they're going to think that he's doing it for himself. So let's say my job as a chef, I'm coming to people to cook for them in their house. Private chef. I didn't do Eruv Tafshilim. Yenot gemacht Eruv Tafshilim. Can I go cook by him?
Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not?
No.
Why not? It's not the issue of cooking. It's not the issue of cooking. It's of achone. For he's allowed, I'm making for him. That's a machone is better. It's not the issue on the person to cook. It is a chon of oichel for you, somebody.
Say so. Is you're beginning to cook from Yom Tov, so that's going to be okay. That's the achon. Yeah, I see. Yeah, it's good.
Now I'm not allowed to tell you to cook for me.
It's also for me. It's also so.
That's a mirror.
Also, you can see in our base. What's the amir?
It's not amir. It's beheter. It's not amir leakum. It's beheter legamre.
Yeah.
For me, I'm allowed to get
this. Let's talk about this one.
It's not mere lakum, nothing. It's easy for me to make it.
I hear this one. Okay. Lass uns ein bisschen Gemorre. Log the Gemorre. Toshema. Beginning of Daf Yud Zayin Amud Beis. Toshema. מי שהניח עירוב מתבשילים, הרי זה או יפה, או מבשל, או מטמין, ואם רוצה לאכול את עירובוי. That means he finished to cook for Shabbos. Now it's still Yom Tov. He wants to eat the Eruv, what he put on the side. Yeah, I can assess. That means once he finished to cook for Shabbos, what if Ochloi Acheloi Ofo, Oder Acheloi Itmin? He ate the Eruv before he actually prepared for Shabbos. Now it's Yom Tov. Harei ze lo yoife, velo yevashel, velo yatmin, lo iloi, velo ilacherim. Velo yacherin, oifinu mevashlim loi. Not others can come and cook for him. Avol, mevashel hu le Yom Tov. That means he can come and cook for Yom Tov itself. I'm not cooking for Shabbos, I'm cooking for Yom Tov itself. Ve'im hoisir le Shabbos. That means you could cook a lot. But mevashel yarim. That means don't do over there all kinds of tricks. That means don't cook, and loads now, let's say, and then say, oh, I need to cook again because the guest is coming. Once he's cooking, he could cook a lot. But don't cook a lot and then cook again a lot. Oh, because my guest might come. No, that you shouldn't do. What if he actually done it? You shouldn't have done it. He done. Also, you're not allowed to eat it on Shabbos. So what's mochach over here? Someone who cooked without the Eruv, that's going to be the teretz. Someone who cook without the eruv tafshilin, the food becomes also treated in Shabbos. And that's our shaila. That's what our shaila. Omar Avashi to be doiche desraye. Arome ko amres. What you're bringing me a raya from arome that you know how to eat. That someone who cooked without it. Shiny arome. The achmiru rabonon fei mi bemezid. Someone who's over avir bemezid. Why? Because someone who's, and the svara is very interesting, as Rashi says. Someone who's over azor bemezid, says Rashi, the person know the ilu mezid roshu lav or divrei chachamim. I'm just going to explain Rashi about a beautiful Rashi over here. Rashi Dr. say, someone who's over bemezid, he knows that he's a varian. He knows that what, and he might come and do tshuva one day. And also, other people don't learn out from his mistakes. They see, the end is a roshu. But someone is coming doing all kinds of tricks, all kinds of loopholes, all kinds of this person is always going to stay as a Roshe because ich do doch good. I'm not doing anything right. He's never going to do tshuva on it because he thinks doch. And also he's machshel other people that they're going to do like him. And by doing that, you're oiker teras eruv, and that's why they were machmir by arome more than mezid.
But here, because the answer by loy la'acherim, it's quite clear. Not that even if the others made eruv for themselves, he's also la'acherim if you ate his own. If he hasn't got his own tafshil, so he must be asked before. That's the answer to what you asked before. Loy la'acherim also.
Yeah. Okay, zog die Gemara weiter. Let's try to finish the Mishnah. Zog die Gemara. Rav Nachman Baritzok Omar. Homani, the price over here, what we answered, someone who was ma'arim. That means when we find that he's the machmir and ilchoy seiruv, and we don't have a raya that's the halacha because it's chanan lefi beishamai. That means you want to bring me a raya la halacha. We can't bring a raya la halacha because we don't pass the beishamai. Where do we see it? The Tanya. We're not in the brayse. Chanan yoimer beishamai yoimrim ein oifin eloim kein irev bepas vein mevashtin eloim kein irev betavshil vein toimin eloim kein oyu chamit muni merev yontev. That means he has to do separate hatmone. Separate, we spoke about it, yeah. What we do today, some do a fish with chale or chale with the egg, because we also want the bishul and also afir. But let's see what we see. Let's say anything what you want. Toshema, a raya that the food becomes also from a mishnah and Masechet Trumas. The mishnah Masechet Trumas, the base mishnah Gimel, dog the mishnah. Now, as we mentioned, someone who comes to give Meiser and Yontav is Metaken Moneh. The Rambam says Magdish, but Metaken Moneh. Now he's over on a Isor of Tikkun Peros. Now this is the Rabbonon, right? He's over on a Isor of the Rabbonon. Someone is right, is Nireke Metaken Peros, is Nireke Tikkun, and it's the Rabbonon. What's the deal? This person who had devil and he gave Tumas and Meiser on Shabbos. Can you eat it or not? Beshoyeg Yochel. Amazing if you done the Meiser, amazing Shabbos lo yochel. What's mochach over here? You're not allowed to eat something and you were taken, even though if you were taken, if you over, it's the Rabbanon. So the same thing over here. Chachoyim were taken eruv tashilin. He didn't do it. It should be awesome. If you done the amazing, says the Gemara lo yitzricha. No, it's no raya. Why? The Easter perachina. Over there is talking about the person has also different fruit. That these are metukonim. These are what he can given myself from it from Erev Shabbos. So you can eat from the other payers metukonim, but over here is talking about he can't cook. He doesn't have what to eat for Shabbos. What should eat for Shabbos? Toshema amad milkeilo b'Shabbos. Someone who toivel kelim b'Shabbos again. Toivel kelim b'Shabbos. You can see later on in the Mishnah. You shouldn't toivel kelim b'Shabbos again. The same reason of the taken money. So amad milkeilo b'Shabbos. Beshoigeg yishtamish bo. You could come and use it. B'meizid lo yishtamish bo. What we see over here. The same thing. If a person does b'meizid, again, it's only the rabbonon. The molitzicha, the Easter manachrin. He has different vessels to use. Inami esha b'shayla. You could come and borrow from someone else. Toshema, let's learn now from Hamevashel b'Shabbos. Someone who cooks on Shabbos. B'shoigeg yochel. B'meizid lo yochel. Says the Gemara over there. Isur in the Shabbos shayla. Over there it's a Isur min ha'Torah. What you talking about? Mevashel without the eruv is over only Yisad the Rabbanon. What's the tushtel b'chlal? Right? So you can't, being a raya, we don't have a raya over here, it's a bayad the lo yishetem. So the Gemara we learned in the Mishnah. B'shama yoimrim, shnei tafshilin. Right? When you come and do the Eruv Tafshilin, Beishamai say 2 Tafshilin, Beis say 1 Tafshilin. Right? But everyone is masking, as we said, the Shovin, that means who's masking? Beishamai is masking the Beis Hillel, and the Dagan and Beitza, all of them are 2 Tafshilin, right? That's what we know. Okay, look at the Gemara. Masnisin, the Loiki Aitane, our Mishnah doesn't fit with the Tana of the Brisa. What do we learn in the Brisa? State in Brisa, Azoi the Tanya, or Marab Shimon ben Elozo. Moidim Beishamai Beis Hillel al Shnei Tafshilin shetzorich, that means you need 2 Tafshilin for Eruv. When is the Machloikes? Al Man Nechlaku, Al Dagu Beitza Sholov. Beishamai Oimrim. This is not the Tafshil, this what? Shnei Tafshilin, you need 2 Tafshilin, this is only 1 Tafshil. No, this is enough. Tafshil Echot, this is enough. Veshovin, Shei Pirper means he's crushed the egg, yeah. Pirper Beitza, Venos al Toich Hadag, Oi, is a kaplutois is a type of a vegetable. Venos al Toich Hadag, yeah. Shehein Shnei Tafshilin. Everyone agrees that this is 2 Tafshilin, even though he crushed it and he mixed it together. Omarove, Hilchase Ketane Didan, like our Tana of our Mishnah, not the Braise, Ve'ali Bede Beis Hillel, that's what? That's enough to have one Tafshil. Yeah, we have to have 1 Tafshil. Hilchase Ketane Didan. Now, says the Gemara, we learned that we can see Tosis in a second because it's an important Tosis. We learned in the Mishnah, Ochlo Yoshov, and Arezo Leva Shalom, says the Gemara, Marabayin Aktinen, that means La Lochem in Evdon, Yitchil Beisosoi, that means that even though it was nechal, if you start the way to cook, you can finish. Okay, we're going to stop over here the shield by the Mishnah. But before we're going to go weiter back to Ribu B'Shiurim, if you look over here, the Toises, Omar Rove Yilchaseh, it brings Rabbeinu Tam. The Oimer Rabbeinu Tam, right? Pirush Rashi, Ve'ali B'Dei Sile, the Koma Tav Shilechon. The Oimer Rabbeinu Tam. The Le'afiyeh tzorch le'arev gam bepas. Ve'ino yochoi le'efois al Eruv Tav Shil Echon. The Kairon Karablezer. Basically, what Rabbeinu Tam comes and says that if you want to bake and you want to cook, you need also the shito say no, that it's enough 1 tafshil, the count to put also tafshil and also pas, and that is the minig, and that's what we spoke about last week. That's the minig, the count to put also pas, and the minig council Rabbeinu Tam over here. Even though we saw in the din in the Gemara Midaf Nisht, the Mekor is from Rabbeinu Tam. Okay, fine. Shkoyach, good דבר.
Yeah, I just want to say the whole Gemara is medame. Masechet to Eruv Tafshilin is the whole a kavachomer because the Masechet you be Masechet. I mean the Masechet is Musa the Masechet. Eruv Tafshilin, if you have prepared, you haven't got to Bechlal Gornish.
What do you mean?
If it doesn't work by Eruv by Masechet, it won't work by Eruv Tafshilin. But if it works by Eruv Tafshilin, it doesn't mean it won't work by Masechet. Because both are with the Rabbonon, but this is already Gemaisa.
Yes, yeah. Okay. Let's go to Ribu B'Shiurim. So we saw a very big chidush, and now was Agityor, Nesiya Tova. Enjoy yourself. We saw that there's a heter of Ribu B'Shiurim because, right, let's say Yontev, Bedem is dailoi b'chaticha achas or kito echot shel mayim, and we say the person is allowed to be matriach. I can put a whole big pot, a lot of chatichos, a lot of water. Ribu B'Shiurim is water. The Rishonim, the Gemara Menachos. Let's start the Gemara Menachos. The Gemara Menachos Daf Samach Dalet. There's mashman that there's no heter of Ribu B'Shiurim. Why? Over there is talking about a choile sheyesh boy sakone. He has to eat 2 grois. Is Masha in the Gemara. If he has a possibility to come at the cut a branch that has in it 2 grois, or a branch that has in it 3 grois, he's not allowed to come at the cut of the branch on Shabbos that has 3 grois because it's a Tosefes Meloche. As they look the Gemara. A choile sheyesh boy sakone. Sorry. A choile sheyesh bo sakone. You're allowed to be mechalel on Shabbos. You have to be mechalel on Shabbos on this person. He has to eat now, let's say 2 dates. 2 dates. Now there's a branch over here that has 2 dates, and there's a branch that has 3 dates. He's going to chop off the branch. Lichoire, says the Gemara, you have to chop off the branch that has 2 and not 3. Why? Because by chopping off the 3, you have a Tosefes Meloche. Lichoire, it's Ribu B'Shiurim. And
But that's Shabbos. But that's Shabbos. Shabbos
so
and
you
Yom
see,
Tov.
one second. Let me first finish the shaila. So what do you see over here? That ribu b'shurim is mutar. What's the difference over here? Meloches, oichel nefesh, and yom tov that ribu b'shurim is mutar, and over there pikuach nefesh is mutar. As I bring the Rishonim, and there's two very fundamental mahalchim, and two
Shabbos and Yom Tov not different.
different.
This Shabbos is Yom Tov.
Oh, so okay, Zoga Svora. Before I'm going to go into the...
This Shabbos, you don't have Melocha. You have to sef Melocha. You have to sef Anas Melocha. Yom Tov be'etzem is a mutar dikazach. But how many people want to be machin? Yom Tov Shabbos, Yom Tov Echad Hasheni, because tzorich nefesh b'Yom Tov yalauta. The tzorich nefesh is a cholet part of it.
Oh, so you're saying yeah. So Toisves Menoches, as we mentioned before, there's Menoches Daf Samach Daled. Gittin, the Rashba, and our Suge, they say that Ribu Shurim is mutar midoi raise. Aber midar Rabbanon also. What we learned in the Gemara Menoch that also, it means midar Rabbanon. Why were Matir and Yom Tev and Rabbanon didn't answer in Yom Tev? They said they'll make in Yom Tev, and the reason is, right? The Rashba says that Rabbanon will machmir only in Shabbos because there's a Yisrael Skile, not in Yom Tev because it's only allowed. And that's why you state Toys and Menoches over there. Or Toys and Gittin is a little bit like what Rabbi Tzok said and what the Oilam understood, that because Simchas Yom Tov Kilu. Now it's a little bit of a shaila because I never understood what means Simchas Yom Tov Kilu. Yom Tov. He's doing Ribu B'Shurim. He's doing it for the next day. Why are you calling it Simchas Yom Tov? Maybe Simchas Yom Tov now he's going to have a lot. No.
Because we learned before that when you have more in a pot or more in an oven, it tastes better. So therefore, he has more.
No, that's a different reason. We talk about the Ribu B'Shurim also when we don't have that reason. That's Rav Loza. But Toyseh says because Ribu B'Shurim. So okay, one svara is like you said. I understood. Rabbi Tzok also you all said that the rice the Rabbanon. Be'emes the rice is no problem with Ribu B'Shurim. It's only the Rabbanon.
I'll ask another shayla. If somebody, two people, one took is on Shabbos, on Shabbos, he took a glass of water and put it on a fire. And the other one took a big barrel and put on a fire. It's one melocha of bishul.
Yes.
It's not bigger avera and smaller avera.
Yes, that's right. The person also they're talking about the same thing. The person who chopped off the branch with 2 and the person that chopped off the branch with 3. It's the avera, both of them are gonna have the same avera.
It's not the rice. It's over the rice. It's over the rice though. I'll be saying over the rice but 3. Mr. Manif.
No, not the one that was the
one that 3 is over 3 the rice.
For sure. Lefito is his name. Lefito is his name because he had the head of the chop off.
Yeah, don't chop. Yeah, but she's not very nice. If you're allowed to buy off, he's a man meiser. You can't say the man meiser is done more than less. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. If you got the head, it's one meiser.
Okay. Let's continue with another sheet.
That's one meiser visual. If somebody takes 2, it's a big difference. You're not allowed because of Mab B'Shurim B'Yontev to take two pots. One pot 1 hour and the other pot another hour. You take one big pot for everything. The Mabba B'Shurim. Mabba B'Shurim is the same mice on the same mice, not 2 mices. And by so made the same mice, you done 1 mice.
I'm not. Let's see the Ran, and we're going to see if it fits with the Ran. The Ran says, and our sugi the Ran bringt the andere teretz. He says the Ribu B'Shurim is also midoi raise. And that means, we're going to say, what's the sugi of Menoches? And over here we say it's mutar. Says the Ran Azoi. It's a special din, and Meleches Oichel Nefesh that Ribu B'Shurim is mutar. Why? So he says 2 svaras in this. So the Ran. Why in Meleches Oichel Nefesh Ribu B'Shurim is mutar? Sagt 2 svaras. First of all, what Ribu B'Shurim is also Melatore, it means Pikuach Nefesh, because Pikuach Nefesh is the Chuyo. And that's why only what you need to Pikuach Nefesh is mutar, right? We know Chuyo is what you need, Hutra is even more. That's why he says Pikuach Nefesh is the Chuyo. Meleches Oichel Nefesh in Yom Tov is Hutra. And that's why Ribu B'Shurim is mutar, because the Eter is on the Meloche, the Ikar Meloche is mutar. You can be moisif as much as you want. A beautiful svara, as the Ran. Another svara. So Beitza is differently. The Ribu B'Shurim is a Hutra or the Tchuya. So Riv Shurim in Legabe Pikoch Nefesh is the Chuyo, Legabe the Oich Nefesh in Yontav is Hutro. Noch a Svor Zok daran. Chachomim came, and they saw in their mind that because the Torah came and said, Achasher Yochel Chol Nefesh Ulevada Yosel Lochem, they didn't have to come and to bedag that that person shouldn't come and cook only what he needs and what he doesn't need. And that's what he says. It depends on the tircha. And anything on the tircha is going to be allowed. And you know, but Shabbos, what's the Isser? The Isser is also on the Tosefes, the same like him. It's Midoi Haise. That's why you can't come and be doiche by even by a choile, yeah, even by a choile, you can't come and be doiche. And that's why you're going to come and say that what also over here is going to be the other doctor of the Ram. Now, what we have a machlokes rishonim over here, yeah, Riv Shurim is also min Torah or min Rabbanon, right? We have a machlokes the Ran out as Riv Shurim is the Raise, the Tosis out as Riv Shurim is the Rabbanon. Now, many achronim understood that there's a big machlokes over here between the Ran and the Rashba, where a person who does a few melachos, yeah, and one ma'aser, and he has over here a few shiurim. He's over on one isur, on one big isur, or he has that's in three different small isurim. The Ran understand that there is over here three isurim, three separate isurim, and that's why Pikuach Nefesh, even though you have a heter on two grois, because Pikuach Nefesh, but the third one is no Pikuach Nefesh, so bleib the isur. The Rashba understood no, he's not even only one isur, and that's why because he has over here the heter of isur because Oichel Nefesh, you're allowed to do it, and there's not Tosefes Isur if you come in adding over another grois. As they understood, many Achonim, they're Someach in Shabbos Perek Yudches, and that's what he says. He proves it from Mishnah. The Mishnah Shabbos of Tzadik, the Gemara says of that Riv Shurim is also Midoi Raise. Why? Because the Mishnah there says that if a person took out Kupas Roichlim, a person took out Shabbos, Soitzoyim, Rashut, Kupas Roichlim, there's a chiyuv on every item that's inside over there. Just what? It's enough one korban because it's one yediyah, so mechalek, right? So what do we see? That Riv Shurim is also Midoi Raise. And they bring the Raya. Okay, there's a big shaila here with Shuri and Amir Akum is going to be enough Kemin the Gemara with Samaches, yeah? The Gemara says about the mice, about the Yenuke, the Ishtapu Chamime, that means that there was a baby over there that poured out the hot water before the Mile. So Rabbi says, let's go to the mother if she needs over there. And we're going to ask the mother, because the mother is a Chodesh B'Sakon. She needs warm water, we're going to ask a goy to be warm of the water, and Agav the mother is going to have. Says the Rashba, why do a matir the Riv Shurim to add on the water? Right, to the mother, only any day goy, but any day Israel is also. Why? Because Riv Shurim is also with the Rabbanon. So again, Kveiger Takefreg, the Fideran, Riv Shurim is also with the Reise. And we were matir the goy. Why we are matir only in the case of Riv Shurim? We should tell him to warm up Lehedye for the mitzvah of Mile. The Fideran is no chiluk with the Riv Shurim and not Riv Shurim, because all of them is the Reise. So they fight the Kveiger. And the black not so here. Okay.
Can we say the Kupas Roichlin and Ktsitz of Tainim is two different things? Because Ktsitz of Tainim, what you're doing, you're Masechet Ktsitza, you cut the branch. The issue is to cut the branch. But Kupas Roichlin, you're used to carry. And when you carry, you carry one item of 1 kilo, you carry 1 kilo, you got 10 kilos. Every
so
item
there is yeah, what you're saying is very interesting. I don't really want to go into it, and we have too much time to go into it. But the Minchas Chinuch and Moisach HaShabbos. The Minchas Chinuch and Moisach HaShabbos goes into that very, very thing. He speaks about that. There's also a Kovet Shiurim and Ois Memtes over here by uns in Beitza, Kovet Shiurim, Kedai to see an Ois Memtes. And with Kveiger, who speaks over there on the Erev in Daf Samaches, Do Someach. But the Minchas Chinuch and the Chasav Soifer, I'm just going to say Bekitzon Nimrod. The Minchas Chinuch and Moisach HaShabbos reflect azoi. If you have a chodesh sheyesh b'sakona, and you need to have a kazayis bosel, so you come into shech for him. Can you shech for him a big behemoth, or you have to shech dafka a small behemoth? For him is enough even to come and shech the chicken. Can you shech for him a big behemoth? Yeah, dafka kazayis bosel. So the Minchas Chinuch says you're not allowed to shech for him a big behemoth. Why? Because it's enough for him to have even a small chicken. What he's shechting a big behemoth, it's Riv Shurim. And if the Ran, it's also Midoi Raise. If the Rashba, it's also Midoi Rabbanon. Kum de Kilis Yankev, and Simon Yud Gimel, the Stipler, and he disagrees on it. Because the Yesod Isur of Shchite, what is the Yesod Isur of Shchite? netilas neshama. There's no difference if I shecht a huge animal or a small chicken, and both of them there's the same netilas neshama. So mali, if you have a bigger neshama or smaller neshama, no, it's the same neshama. You have more meat or less meat. Right? I saw once interesting. He doesn't mean the raya, but I saw once someone wanted to mean a raya from the Gemara in Shabbos. The Gemara in Shabbos Kuf Zayin on base. The Gemara says, "Ohoire kino b'Shabbos, koire gamol b'Shabbos." Someone that kills a lice on Shabbos, he killed a camel on Shabbos. What's a pshat? Because the killing Shabbat is the same killing. About the minchas chinuch. What's the pshat of minchas chinuch? That the isur is not the neshama itself. Maybe separating the chayas from the basal, and as much as basal you have, you're killing more basal. You're taking away more neshama from the basal, so you have a ribu b'shiurim.
So whether you cut a branch which has got 2 figs or a branch with 3 figs, should the same
Exactly
question.
the same thing. Yes. Over there you can say it has more unique. Maybe
It's the same, right? The cutting is cutting. It's irrelevant. You're cutting it. You do one cut.
Over there, actually, I could understand.
That's what we said. That's what we said. That's what we said. And carrying, and the same. I'm thinking now, but I said different before. But cooking as well. You cook. The more you cook more. There's more bishul happening here. There's more bishul happening. It's like we said before, it's cutting. It's just one. The not issue is to cut, to cut it from the source. Yeah. It's a big.
Okay, the Kelesiaga Sirius Gimel understands also legabe. He says another thing. But let's finish off. Mamish, a very important point that Mamish forgot to say: the Shita Sarao. There's a nice Shita Sarao and Ribu B'Shiurim. So we spoke about the stira of the Sugya, Ribu B'Shiurim over here, and the Ribu B'Shiurim in the Gemara in Menachos, right? Ribu B'Shiurim is also over here. And we said, right, the Ran in the Rashba, or the Ran in Toisves, the Lefi Toisves in the Rashba, it's the Rabban on Ribu B'Shiurim, and Lefi the Ran is the Raisa. This is the Rao. The Rao explained away a very interesting Anaya Pshat in the Gemara. And Lefi them is no steer between the Sugyas. What's the Pshat? The Rao Zok Tazay. The Rao, we see in the Rao Zok, there's no heter of Ribu B'Shiurim, even in Yom Tov. What we see over here, that Tanakame says, you're allowed to come to the Vimami, the Gdeiro, with lots of meat inside, even though it's enough for him, Chaticho Achas. It's because he says, and this is the small what Stevie said before, the Tavshil gets better if it has more Chaticho's basal. The Rashba said Legabi Pas. Yeah, Legabi bread, as we mentioned it, in the Gemara even we mentioned it, because this is the Rishonim more understand it than bread. And when you have an oven full, it bakes better than you have an empty oven. But the Ra'okar says also in cooking. In cooking in a tavshil, he says the tavshil itself becomes better if you have lots of pieces of meat and you have one piece of meat. And what you're allowed to come into being a chovis beleo maim, even if it's enough kito in echod maim, because he says the maim a guf echod. And a guf echod says the Ra'o, and this is the I wanted to bring down because what Rabbi Tzchok said about cooking a big barrel of water or a small pot of water, says the Ra'o, guf echod, nishtok in ribu b'shiurim. Lefi them, nishtok in stira. The sugya over in Masechet Beitza, the sugya Menachos, Memes ribu b'shiurim is also in Yom Tov, like pikuach nefesh. Just what is a kule, right? And the Ra'o, that when it's guf echod, you're allowed to do it, right? You're also allowed to be the Rabbanon. Nafkamina, when you have pikuach nefesh, is going to be allowed to be guf echod or not? Maybe it's like Rabbi Tzchok said, kumtas the feed the Ra'o is going to be mutar. It's kumtas agois nafkamina. Okay.
Right, Scott, what's the Ra? How does it spell Ra? Who is the Ra? Reish Aleph?
Reish Aleph Hey.
Yeah, what is it? Who is he? The Ra?
Aaron Alevi. He's one of the Rishonim. The Balplukte, Bederach is the Balplukte of the Rashba. On the Teras Abayis, on the side, is the Ra'o.
It's a big chiddush because it depends on the matter of fact. Not everything is everything when you go to Ribu B'Shiurim cooks better or just meat. You go into something very, very tricky.
Yeah.
How you cook it, what you cook it, if you fry it, if you roast it, it's very, very, very tricky point.
Yeah. So we have over here, let's just summarize. We have the Shitas HaToises and Menachos Daf Samach Dalet, the Rashba and Chulin Daf Tezvav and Beis, the Ran and our Suge. We're just going to mention to finish off with this, that the Bishtabure and Shin Yud Ches, if Kotten Gimel Paskins like the Ran. The Ribu B'Shiurim is also me the Oi Raisa. Fine. I'm going to shkoyach in a good Woche.
I want to say very, very quick story about what we said before about Beime. The one who says that give a bishur to shechter Beime.
Yeah, the Mechaschenoch and the Moisach Hashem.
Yeah, it's maybe what liks dort, even if it's a one meiser, but the heter is to be over the meiser of the Tilas Neshama for what the person needs. So it's to do with how much meat you have matir with the meiser. If you have matir too much meat with the meiser, that part of the meiser is also. They allowed you to go over the meiser. It's not Netilas Neshama, not Netilas Neshama. It's always one Neshama. You can't make it bigger Neshama, smaller Neshama. It's you're matir more meat with the meiser isu, with this meiser shlichus.
Those Sameach Tainet, if you look at Ktsira, yeah? So Ktsira, we know the shiur is a good geras.
Yeah.
And therefore, any Tosefes, when you have a shiur, so you can come and say, Amar b'shiurim. I have a Tosefes of noch a good geras.
Yeah.
So this you can come and say, it's Melech Doi Reise.
But
Jacob, when you see the Shome,
it's a Netilas Neshama. Yeah.
It's very difficult in Chasrenot. I don't know. The Sameach speaks about the Sameach is in Shabbos Perek Yudches. The Keles Yankel, yeah, it's very. The Chasrenot is obviously schwer.
It's easier to understand. It's one meiser. It's easy to understand. It's start saying Marba Bishurim cut the bigger beam. It's you have to try. It's the issue of getting around the heter type of thing. You're allowed to do that. Don't do more than that. If it's the Rabbon, it's easy. The rice is more difficult. If it's the Rabbon, it's easy to understand.
Like the Rasbo, Toises, yeah.
If the rice is more difficult, the Rabbon is easy. The Rabbon says, I'm allowed to do something, but that's it.
Yeah.
A gute Woche. Shkoyach.
Fine, we say the Gomel. A gute Woche, a gute Shkoyach.
Good.
A gute Woche.